Mdala wants to get rid of Blessed permanently. He went to test the waters first and realized that she will not be an easy target, as Gail was ready to defend herself. Linda wants out of this whole thing, wants his money and to walk away. But Jackie thinks that she must go disguised as Pinky in order to be safe. Halala wants to go ahead with the abortion, but Bridget wants her to tell her father first. But Victor has already found out some dirt on Tutuko. Vukosi is not just here for Boko. And Boko is worried that what if he loves Vukosi and he disappears again and is left fatherless again? Hi, welcome to my channel. Here's an update on Skanda. So, Tlhogo's like, because Mdala, after finding out who Blessed planted those bugs in the apartment, Mdala wanted to mutima fast. But Tlhogo's like, no, Munyus, wait, there should be other ways. Let's wait and see what, maybe let's just try to talk to her, see like if we can get to her. But Mdala's like, nope, we cannot do that. Tlhogo feels like he's being impulsive. But Mdala says he wants to protect his family because if Abatimi Blessed, then something else is going to pop up. And then Tlhogo insists that she wants to talk to her first. When Mdala's like, nope, I'll do it. I'll talk to her. I'm not Tlhogo. Okay, fine, you can go talk to her. Mdala goes here to talk to Blessed, finds Blessed cleaning and in some apartment. And Blessed is brave yet, even after knowing that the Sindanas know that she is the one that backed the apartment. She still woke up, Miguel still woke up and went to work and continued with her work as normal, like nothing happened. Mdala appears in the room, just quiet, just looks staring at her. And now she starts panicking. Hey, good morning, sir. Can I help you? Can I help you with anything? And then Mdala still won't let do. Then she starts reaching for the knife that was on the table knife. And then now Mdala wants to know, when I just wanted to thank you, you stopped questioning my alpha about the whole modeling thingy, and Blessed is like, oh, okay, no worries, sir. I don't want Mrs. Sindane to be bothered. And then he says that's all, and then he leaves. But you can see the stairs, they're threatening. And Blessed can feel something here, something is off. And then he goes back to Tlhogo and says, this girl is a fighter. She reached out for the knife the minute I started talking to her. And she didn't notice that I saw it, but I did. Tlhogo now starts to worry, to panic. This girl, Mdala can see this girl is a fighter, so she'll not be an easy target to take out. So it's going to take tooth and nail to fight this girl, because we're not just going to talk to her or beg her or apologize for her to back down. And then now Tlhogo is starting to be scared. Where is she now? About what Lena go third floor? And then now Mdala's like, hot sauce, but I can't just take her out in our property. This thing needs to be planned out properly, because this girl planned out everything. So we need to plan out everything and not rush things. And now Tlhogo is now the one panicking, because now they're worried, because if they just take out Blessed, what about the other person that knows, like Ulinda? Because now they're starting to think that Ulinda might be involved. And then now Mdala's going to pay Linda another visit, sure, because now Linda is in trouble. And Tlhogo says, this whole thing needs to be resolved as soon as possible. Then Blessed is now panicking, phones Linda, saying that, Mdala was here to confront me. He knows. I could just see by the way that he was staring at me. I can feel it. He knows it. Linda started panicking. When I get out of there, get the hell out of there. But Blessed is like, no, and I'm not afraid of him. Then you should be. This girl does not know the Sindanes. It should be. I don't know. When they come, they'll find me ready. That's why she was reaching for that knife, because she was trying to be ready. Linda's like, you know what? I'm done. I want my money. I want to walk away. I want to walk out. And then Blessed, and I want it cash. I don't want to be traced to you whatsoever. Linda's like, no, don't worry. I'm not going to do them to you. Don't worry. Linda's like, nope. And we must meet in person. I want the money cash. And I want nothing connected to you. Please delete everything. Delete every contact that I've ever had with you. I don't want the Sindanas on my back. Blessed is like, okay, fine. I'll go to the bank. I'll get your money. I'll give you your money. And then, fine, now Linda's going to get his money. But because Blessed is being followed, what's going to happen? And then Linda tells Jackie about this whole thing. The Sindanas are on to Blessed now. I want my money. I need to go meet with her and get my money and walk away from this whole thing. But Jackie's like, no, man, it's dangerous. Even Dala sees you with her, because obviously, if they already know, then they're obviously following her. So if they already know and they see you with her, you're in trouble. I think then Jechi suggests that maybe she should go and meet up with this with Darlene. But Linda's like, no man, you can't go. Mdala already knows you're my sister, so you can't go there. And then Jackie decides, you know what, there's someone that Mdala does not know, and that is Pinky. So Linda's gonna go back to his Pinky days and go and meet up with Mdala. With Darlene to get his money so that his disguise, Mdala won't know, even if they follow Blessed, they won't see him. And then Bridget talks to Khalalelo saying, Khalalelo, you need to tell your father about this whole thing. Khalalelo says she still wants to go ahead with the abortion, but she's like, what if it's dangerous? What if it affects you? Well, no, man, they just give you, if you go early enough, they just give you a pill. But Bridget is like, what? Why does it seem like you've done this thing before? They've told me, I have friends who have done it before, they told me about it. And if you're late already, then get a puka appointment, and then I will do a procedure in the morning, and by afternoon, high. Hey, Bridget, yep. You can't just take this big decision. You need to tell your father. If you don't tell him, I'm going to tell him. Khalil was like, no, man, it's my choice. You can't do that. But Bridget was like, you know what? I've lied for you before. This time around, I'm not doing that. Either I'm muta or kilo muj. I'm giving you until end of the day. Yeah. Halala realized I've got no choice because Bridget is right. What if something happens to her? And she knew, like, this is a big thing. What if something happens to her? Victor will blame. So now, Victor is already out there digging information to Tugo, wanting to know who's this Tutuo Gasa. What kind of a person is he? He went and asked Tabs. Tabs went on and on about. Well, firstly, Tutuo is a good boy, but then it's just been mixed up with some things. Mentioned the drinking, which was influenced by Papa Hai, marrying Dintle. This guy was in a bad space. And then also mentioned the thing, Mpume, that who died, go level up apartments. And now Victor is scared, saying, I don't want my daughter associating with such people. Because, and then now Tab's trying to, no man, he didn't kill the girl, he just moved the body. But still, it looks shady for a daughter to be dating a guy who does that. And to be honest, Ntuto is a good guy, Shem. It's just that he's just been involved. He just found himself at the wrong place at the wrong time and Kamo Pototo influence. And then now Victor goes to Bridget's place. Khalala wrote him a letter and says that Ukupa Vale when he gets home. But Victor's like, nope, because he's like, every time he writes me a letter, it's never good news. Khalala was like, nope, while you read the letter. Hey! Now, Victor is reading the letter. Shem, poor Victor. Imagine finding out whether the man you don't want to date, the boy you don't want your daughter to date is actually the one that made her pregnant. Yo, it's too much now. Hey, there's a baby involved now. And then Kukutubela Claire, Ukopana go level up apartments because it's like finally we meet again. Kukutubela like, no, we can act like Aribonani. I want nothing to do with you. I don't want to talk to you. When you did not even pay for damages, Hunsa, the damage or the embarrassment you caused to my family at all. This is about money. Then how much do you want? I don't want your money when you've managed to worm your way into Boko and Kidiboni's life. But you're the one that cut me off. Boko Kingwana and Kidiboni is the mother of my child. But Matuela wants to hear nothing about all of that. She still thinks she's not wrong in this whole thing. Poko is worried that what if he's not used to having a father, does not know how to be a son, and he's worried what if he starts loving Ubukos and trusting him, the next thing he disappears, and then is left again with no father, fatherless like he's been. So now itomoheta I think because Nansansa Tlaechuri does not have a father, but now he's here, and what if he disappears? He's just not trusting the process. But Torres is like, give it time, man, and no one knows what the future holds. We'll be fine. And then Bukosi shows up at the house. Kiribon is there alone. Kiribon is like, but no, Boko is not here. I don't know, I'm here to see you. Okay, and then Bukosi Shu tries to reach for Kidi's hand. Kidi's like, Bukosi, what's going on? And then he starts talking. You can just say it's now emotional. The last time I saw you, Komulecha, I never thought it was going to be the last time Kuwana. Now it's like they're staring at each other. It's like they want to kiss. And then Boko walks in and asked, is everything okay here? I'm starting to think, Horatio Bukosi is not just here for Boko. Actually, Vele Bukosi was never here for Boko. Atele ex-Yayena. Ulaba ex-Yayena back. And I feel like if Kiribon was not married to Kasa already, Natlotlohela everything and go back to Bukosi because you can see the chemistry is there. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.